Hello, I'm Jomica, and welcome back to BrokeRock Season 3, Get Off My Lawn, Episode 7. Before we get started, like always, we are going to add new comments to the comment board. We have Scorpius Gaming. Thank you for the comment, if I can spell it right. And we also have Vives M. Not sure how you say that, but that is the name right there. If you'd like to be featured in the base on a sign, be sure to leave a comment down below. And be sure to hit like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into today's episode. So we were going to get started on this, and I just see these llamas poking their heads up, looking around, just kind of popping up, saying hello real quick, and then jumping down. Kind of reminds me of those dogs that get stuck in the snow and like jump through the snow, and you just see their heads pop up, and then they disappear for a second and pop up again. Anyways, now that I'm sidetracked from what I was going to do, we are going to be working on the sugarcane farm again today. We want to get the automatic collection going. I didn't think I was going to do it today, but I wanted to get started on it before I put it off for like 20 more episodes, and then I never get it done. So let's go ahead and clear this out. I'm just going to kind of show you what I'm thinking before we actually get started, and then I can figure out the best way to do it. Maybe we can do it without taking everything apart, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have to. So what we want to do is underneath the grass blocks here, this lag. I'm losing my train of thought from lag. We want to go down one more, and we're obviously going to have to do something about the water here. I guess when the grass is in place, it'll be fine. So what is the best way to do this? I think what we're going to have to do is actually take the entire thing apart. Because we want to get rid of... Alright. So we want to get rid of the water so we can place blocks. And then once the water's gone, we want to place rails on here at that level. I wonder if you can actually do rails underwater. That may be a thing. Let's go look. Yeah, let me collect the supplies, and then I'll join you back over there, and we can kind of figure this out. Alright, so we have everything we need. We're just going to use rails, and I guess we'll try it with the hopper minecart first. Okay, so we cannot do that. I didn't think we could, but I wasn't sure. So I guess we're just going to have to go through and break all of these. Fill it in temporarily. We'll go ahead and fill all that back in eventually. But while we're working, we don't want all this water. And we'll just go ahead and block off all that right there. There we go. So the rails are going to go in. They're going to be underneath the grass. And this is going to go through and pick everything up. So yeah, nothing crazy. And then I think we're going to also want like little unloading stations kind of everywhere. Not everywhere, but a good amount. So we're not getting backed up. And then I really haven't thought this through much. We're going to have to kind of consolidate all of the sugarcane somewhere. I think actually what we're going to do to start is go ahead and basically destroy the whole farm. We're going to have a flat area, dig up all the grass, and then from there we can go ahead and start placing in the things we need. So yeah, maybe we'll do a time lapse and just kind of get everything in a good spot to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, so I didn't get very far, but I did do some planning. We are going to go under here, and we're going to build like a little tunnel all the way down. And then off of this tunnel, we're going to kind of get the minecarts underneath here. Be little access ports, or basically access areas. So we can get from this tunnel into each of the minecart areas. I don't think we're really going to be able to reach them, but we can at least look in and see. And then I think I may have some sort of all the collection areas meet in the middle there. And then we'll probably send a stream of water or something to collect them in one localized area. But I was working on that, and it was very difficult underwater. So I did craft a conduit with parts we had laying around. Not parts, but just items that we had. And I do need some sort of prismarine. So I'm going to go to the shopping district and hope that somebody is selling prismarine. I should also check, make sure my diamonds are in the correct spot, so we can do that. And yeah, we'll get that conduit set up, and we should be good to go. Yeah, diamonds are good. Out to the shopping district I go. Okay, well, it looks like we are in luck. This is Mills and Shady's, like, prismarine shop. Or not prismarine, but I guess whatever you call it. It's not open yet, but I talked to Mills, and he said I could go ahead and buy one. I offered 5 diamonds per stack, which I know is high. But he said that that would be okay. But he also told me just take it for 1. But I don't listen very well. So I'm going to take it for 5. And I'm not going to do dark. Just regular prismarine. I'm going to throw that in there. Now we have the prismarine. And just a little backstory on the shop. It was actually designed by Mustang Girl. This may be one of the coolest builds I've seen, especially for a shop. I love the chandelier at the top. And just kind of the glass and everything all together looks awesome. And I guess she sent them over a Structura pack, and they went ahead and built it block for block. And then Minion also helped out with some of the terraforming. So super awesome. Nice work, guys, and thank you for the cheap prismarine. All right. So I tore out this whole sugarcane farm, just like I said I would. And we started putting in the rails to collect everything. I have one section complete. They're going to be sections of 4. So like these 2 grass pieces is 1, these 2 grass pieces, these 2, these 2. And then these 4 will be one section, 4, 4, 4, 4. And once this side's complete, we will go ahead and do the other side as well. And yeah, we got the minecart just hanging out here. And then we have a dropper unloader over here. So basically what happens is when we push the button or something fires off the system, I do. This will go ahead and launch the minecart. The minecart will pick up all of the sugarcane from these 4, bring it over to this dropper system, and then that will send it down into a water stream, which will pile up somewhere, and then we can collect all that and put it into chests or some sort of storage. So that should have picked up 10 items, which it did. So that'll come to the unloader, and then those 10 will be shot off. The water stream is going to be in the middle, but right now it's just shooting off to the side. So we have 1 stack here. If we run and pick this up, we do have the 10. So yeah, these 4 sections should pick up around about 4 stacks of sugarcane, and the hopper minecart can hold 5 stacks. So that'll leave us a little bit of extra room because I know the edges kind of pick up more than the center area would. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and finish off this area here. And then once that's all done, we can fill it in with water, grass, and sugarcane. And then this half will be done, and we can go ahead and test it out, get all the timings correct, make sure everything launches when it's supposed to, and yeah, all that fun stuff. When we fire the, what's that called, the sweeper to go, we will probably launch off all of the minecarts at the same time, and then it'll go down, it'll come back, and then when it gets back into the station, we'll probably want to fire off the minecarts again to pick up any leftover sugarcane that's hanging around, so we don't lag the server with any extra sugarcane laying around, and we don't lose the sugarcane. So yeah, back to work I go. So I have been busy. I went ahead and did the other side as well. This side has all the rails in place. I started placing in like the water holder, so the water's going to go on top of this. And then I have all of the water holders in on this side. So the grass is going to go across. This is going to be full of water, and it should all be good. Yeah, this has taken forever. I think I want to say like 20 hours worth of work. I definitely underestimated how much time this would take. So I've been back and forth, running around everywhere, collecting materials and doing all that stuff. We do have the water stream in place, so if we come down here, this is the water stream going down the middle. Each one of these unloaders points into the water stream. We will probably have to place in a few extra blocks to keep things from piling up, like right here. When they shoot off, sometimes they'll end up on top of that block, and we don't want that. So if we come up here, we can take a look. We have a little walkway down the middle here. We can just kind of keep an eye on everything once it's all full and covered. And yeah, we are going to go ahead and test it now. Again, it's been a ton of work. I definitely, like I always do, underestimated the amount of work it would take. And yeah, we have this observer here, which is going to detect every time the sweeper leaves the station. It'll fire this piston, shoot off all of the minecarts, and then when the sweeper enters the station, it'll do the same thing again to pick up any leftover items. So if we push this, I have not tested this side yet, so hopefully that works. We should see all of the minecarts fire. Sweepers leave. There's 2 minecarts, 2 minecarts. Is there only 4 on each side? 1, 2... Yeah, it looks like there's 4. There should be 5, actually. Yeah, there's the 5th one there. And there's 5 there. So, yeah, 3, 4, 5. Those are all working. Sweeper arms are going. When it gets to the end, it'll send back. The minecarts will probably be done before the sweeper gets to the end. So these actually won't even pick anything up until the second time. But yeah, the sweeper arm will come here. I also expanded it by 1 so we could get the 2 sides here. I'm going to have to put in some water on this side. But yeah, we moved this back by 1 on each side. This side definitely works. We have the water in place there and everything. We do not have water here. But we're going to be putting in all of the grass, all of the water, finished putting in these stone blocks, smooth stone, and then once that's all done, we can go ahead and put in the sugarcane, and then it should be a finished farm with the exception of storage. Right now it's just going to go down the water stream and collect at the end of the water stream. We don't want that because it's just going to sit there and do nothing. And somewhere along the way I broke the sweeper. So I'll have to fix that. Not sure what happened there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. Huh. Well, we'll fix that. That's what I get for not testing it beforehand. And then, yeah, once this gets back, we'll kind of wait for it. It should fire off again. And actually, we can go ahead and take a look at if I can get down here and up here. That redstone block will go down. It's on 4 ticks here just to make sure all of the minecarts will actually go, because one little pulse from the observer doesn't actually keep the powered rail on long enough to send off the minecarts. Both sides do the same thing. There's just a long redstone line with repeaters going all the way down, powering those blocks that are connected to the powered rails there. So it sounds like it's almost there. Yep, there it goes. All 5 of those shot off. And these did not, because the sweep arm never returned. So those will pick up all leftover things, and there shouldn't be anything down there. But once we have all the sugarcane in place, it will actually collect all the sugarcane. So what I'm going to do now is fix that, place all the stone blocks, and all the grass, and all the sugarcane, and then of course the water. So I'm going to get to work, and hopefully when I come back we will have a completed sugarcane farm collector without any storage. And actually thinking about it, I believe it's these are just stuck. So if we remove these, maybe it'll fire off. Is there... Oh yeah, there is stuff down here too. So yeah, the blocks, the slime blocks are just trying to carry too much right now. And I'm hoping if we remove those, it'll just fire. Yep, there it goes. That is almost what was wrong with it. So yeah, I have a little bit more troubleshooting to do. I think it's just rebuilding at this point, because it should work. I think those pieces were actually what was breaking it. And yeah, there it goes. So yeah, if we run that again one more time, it should all work just fine. So yeah, I'm going to continue to go ahead and place in every single one of these blocks. I've come prepared. It should be plenty. But yeah, lots more blocks to place, mostly grass and these smooth stone. But it'll be done in no time at all. Alright, this should look fairly familiar. It's basically like we did nothing at all. Yeah, we have the farm. Wow, that was... It like stopped running as soon as I jumped. We have the farm back in place. I hope you didn't steal anything from anywhere that was needed. It looked like a sand block, so I think we're okay. But yeah, it basically looks like I did no work at all today. We have all of the sugarcane back in place. It has mostly grown again, and I think we're ready to give it a proper test. So if we come over here, I guess we'll look at the Enderman on our way. Oh, we got mad falling from high places. That's no fun. But if we push this button, we should see everything start to fire off. We got this mad guy over here looking at us. Things are going to be slow. I think the server is having issues today, but this is going. These are going to be collected. I did knock that off. So let's wait for this guy. 1, 2, should be there. I don't know where you went. But anyways, we have these appearing on top. Those will get cleared as soon as the sweeper arm comes back. It'll knock it over into the little collection areas. It may actually end up in here at some point, but I'm not really going to be worried about that yet. If there's a bunch that come in here, then we can worry about it. But for now, that's okay. What is that clicking? Is that these? It sounds like a item elevator, but we don't... You know what? It is an item. It's the droppers. Super dark in here. But yeah, these are all collecting here. We could probably just break this and see what we're getting. But we can also just come in here and pick it all up that way. So yeah, we already have a stack and a half. And yeah, they're starting to come in. So if we go back up top, we can take a look here. See it working. It's almost to the end. And then the real magic will start once this sweeper arm gets all the way back and it sends off those minecarts again. Well, there's a couple things we need to do. But one of them is to block this off. So when those things shoot off here, they could be picked up. Maybe we'll have another little collection area underneath or something. But yeah, a lot of items will end up over here. And this one should actually send back correctly this time. I think everything was fixed from before. And it is sent off. So yeah, those will go together all the way to the end. Again, items on top here, it's kind of the same thing. They'll get to the end there, and then the leaves will keep them from continuing on, and then they'll drop down into one of the collection areas. So I'm going to collect these up just because we want to get those. We can probably add another layer here just so we don't lose any to the sides. And yeah, we're going to be continuing to work on this as the season goes on just to make sure we get everything working. We're not losing items. They're not just sitting around causing lag and despawning. We just want to collect everything we can. So let's go ahead and get back. We have the conduit that is freaking out our lighting. We are almost back there. Looks like these are not going to be collected. I'm not sure what happened with those, but that's okay. So yeah, almost there. It's actually a little bit longer than I thought it would be. But as soon as those get back, we should see items from in these areas start to disappear. And if they do, that means everything's working. We go to the end and then collect all of the items. So I'll wait here. I'll watch for these items to start to disappear, and then we can go down below and take another look. Alright, we should be there. Yep, things are disappearing. We should see those. Yep, those are gone now. So it is collecting everything. The only thing it's going to be missing is those items that are up top there. Those few items there. Not a huge deal, but we can go ahead and pick those up ourselves. And then at the end of this, we can see how many items we actually got total. And those will all be in that one little area down below. So I'll finish picking these up. We really don't need to do this, but I'm just going to do it anyways. And head down below. Start to see everything continue to come in. Do I have torches? Maybe I can light this up a little bit better. Alright, we'll go a little overboard. But let's go ahead and pick those up. Yeah, we got a whole bunch coming in here. We're going to have probably a full inventory at the end of all this. And how... I can see the minecart. Yeah, he's still got like 4 stacks in there. And it looks like he picked up 4.5 stacks total. I'm guessing the other one over here is basically the same. Yeah, 1 less. And where are you? Oh, you are done. You're done. You're done. You're done. So you guys are not making any noise, which means you have picked everything up. And I did see you guys working, so there shouldn't be anything left over in the farm. And there's only a bunch coming out of these because they're at the end and it's picking up all the ones that were sitting on top of the sweeper arm. So if we come and look in here, we should not see anything laying on the ground. And it's looking empty. Well, there's a spider. So yeah, everything looks like it's being picked up and being sent down. I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting a full stack from this farm. Go ahead and eat that up. And yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting until these empty out, which it almost is. You know what? I'm just going to pick up the rest here. Send those back. Go ahead and pick these up. And that little glitch is activated. So yeah, we got, what is that? 3, 6, 9, 18, 25 stacks or so. 23, somewhere around there. Plenty of sugarcane. We can go ahead and just let that run. We could make it automatic. I may do that, but it's really not a big deal to run over, push the button, and then we could just leave and do something else. But yeah, this episode is definitely my longest, most recording hours so far this season. Probably last season also. It took a really long time to tear everything up, get all the rails in place, collect all the items I needed, smelt it down, and do everything involved. It's, yeah, a pretty long episode, at least recording-wise. So yeah, if you liked today's episode, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.